back, I'll go ahead and do like a 20-minute video playing, but I need to say this first. One of the things that they got in the Frozen Wilds is the blue gleam, and you have to use blue gleam to purchase the bows and the outfits that they sell up there. Now, once you collect the blue gleam from any given spot, it does not respawn ever again, with an exception. Take a character, start a new character. When you finish the Sawtooth hunt and the proving, you're pretty much free to go in just about anywhere you want to go, including the Frozen Wilds. Now the entrance to the Grave Hoard is blocked. And you can't do any of that. You got to do the missions in order if you're going to do the missions at all. Go straight to the Frozen Wilds with this new character. Yes, I know. Have your difficulty level set on story. All right. Go up there and utilizing these cheesy bows that you start off with, they'll work good enough. Go to the Frozen Wilds, get a badger bone and a goat skin, and buy a map that shows where all the blue gleam is. Then you simply go everywhere and collect the blue gleam. Now, that will not respawn when you leave the Frozen Wilds. It's gone for good. But no, it's not. When you get finished collecting all the blue gleam that you can find, save your game and quit and restart and choose New Game Plus on the menu. And it will give you the cues. Do you want to load out for the character you just did? Say yes and all that other good stuff. And using that same character you just used, finish the proving and the Sawtooth hunt again, and go right back up to the Frozen Wilds, and guess what? All that blue gleam you collected is still in your property pouch, but it's also back in the Frozen Wilds to collect again. You'll end up with more blue gleam than you could ever spend by doing that about 10 times. We're talking maybe 2 hours, 3 hours at most. And you will have collected more blue gleam than you'll ever need. You'll have enough to get all 3 of the bows and all 4 of the outfits. And then start another, when you've got enough blue gleam, start another New Game Plus, but put your difficulty and crank it up on whatever you want it to. I only do it on story mode like that, just to save time, because if you don't, you're going to get killed. You'll get killed, you come back, you get the blue gleam, you'll get killed, you come back, you get more blue gleam, you get killed over and over and over again. So set it on story. That way you can run from the machines, and you can still kill them because it's on story mode difficulty. And then once you get enough blue gleam where you can buy all the outfits and bows that you want, start a New Game Plus and crank the difficulty up to where you want it and enjoy the game. And that will give you somewhat of an edge on big machines like Thunderjaws and Deathbringers later on in the game. But yeah, there's all kinds of ways of getting around the rules without cheating. Now let's play. See what we got going here. No, I ain't gonna. Here's another thing I'd like to ask Gorilla about. See that campfire? Why is it white? I turned it on in my last play session. Why did it turn off? This one, I never bothered stopping there, never went near it. When I went up to here, I followed the route up here. Okay. We'll come down here and start from there. But every time you pick that new game, it'll be the last character you saved that will start up from the cabin right before the sawtooth hunt. And then you just finish the sawtooth hunt and the proving. And you might not even have to finish the proving, although I can't figure out how you would be able to leave the embrace unless you did finish the proving. Because they would not open the gates for you to get out. Yep. Now, I was communicating with a fella let them worry about it. I was communicating with a fella from one of the communities, and I brought up the question about the cauldron. And the question was, when you go into a cauldron, you figure these cauldrons have never had people in them before. They were all built by machines after people were long gone. In fact, the cauldrons were not built, except maybe the first one where Gaia Prime was, and maybe the Grave Horde in the other one. But the cauldrons were not made by people. They were made by machines after the Pharaoh plague was shut down by Minerva. Now, this fellow said, when I asked the question, I said, the supply crates that you find inside a cauldron, why would they contain anything at all useful to us in this game? Seeing as how Aloy would have been the first human being to go in the place ever. And he said, oh no, the people built the cauldrons after Gaia brought some people back after the plague was stopped to build the cauldron. No. Listen carefully to what she says when she goes inside the first cauldron. Aloy even speaks out loud that this was a place made by machines for machines, because it in and of itself is one big machine. So it brings up the question, why are there crates inside the cauldrons that have items useful to us? In the first place,
almost got it.
Assume that people did build the cauldrons. They would have done so 700 years prior to the game. So why would they leave stuff that we could use? And no offense to Joraptor, but I have to say this.
Can't be too prepared.
He says that the Frozen Wilds is going to be the only DLC for Horizon Zero Dawn. Wrong! I guarantee you there's going to be at least 2 more for the first Horizon Zero Dawn. And I know this. One simple reason. Go to the Frozen Wilds. And there's a couple spots on the western side of the map where if you get too close to the edge, it says, you may not enter this area. It doesn't say that you're leaving the play area. And if you don't stop, your latest saved game will be reloaded. No, no, no. It says you cannot enter this area. There's only 4 places on the whole map that says that. One used to be the entrance to the Frozen Wilds. The second one is in the Frozen Wilds on the western side of the map. That would lead, I think, to the claim, the Oseram territory. 2 other places that you cannot enter that area. If you go, you can't see it because the clouds covering it, but right about in here, somewhere around in here, is like a big lake, inland sea, I think. It's right around in here. I think the Forbidden West is going to be this area up in here. There's another one down here. It says you cannot enter this area. I think that's going to be where the Uratan tribes are. But yes, there's going to be at least 2, maybe 3 more DLCs for Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn 2. I sure would like to know how that happened. How did I get turned around the opposite direction? I think there's going to be at least 2, maybe 3 more DLCs for Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
An alert. Something's sending a signal.
I think is going to be concerned with Silence and where that signal came from that woke up Hades. And me, this is my own speculation, but here's a spoiler alert, so if you don't want to hear it and get spoiled, don't listen.
I hope you've come to help, because
I
we're
think
getting
that
slaughtered
who
out
and
here.
what awakened Hades is what we'll be facing in Horizon Zero Dawn 2. And I think
Gets past them.
I think that the reason Hades got woke up was Odyssey. The ship that took all the seeds and the zygotes to repopulate a planet elsewhere. According to one of the data points, the Odyssey ship exploded near the outer reaches of the solar system when it tried to fire up its antimatter engine. Personally, I don't think it blew up.
Cauldron. There's got to be a way in, somehow.
I think the Pharaoh plague had infected Odyssey's computers.
Quite a door. But how to open it?
Now listen carefully to every word she says.
The metal, the light. It's like this entire place is part of some huge machine. But who made it? That thing looks like a triangular pipe. What's it for? Those things are moving components around. I wonder where.
I would love to be able to get into contact with Guerrilla Games. I would seek permission to novelize this game into novel form.
That thing near the gap. What does it do?
I'd probably die. Doesn't seem like it's very far down, but it wouldn't matter. It would be a death jump.
This looks promising.
Another one of those enigmatic supply crates. See, a person didn't build this place. This was built by machines for machines.
It looks like those flying machines move components around. Might be able to take me somewhere. Might regret this. Some machines are built in places like this. Why? That's the part of it all. It's gotta be. So how do I get inside? as far as this thing will take me.
Ah, gag. Didn't look where I was going.
Ready or not.
I thought these bows were supposed to do more damage than normal. Oh, I got my difficulty level cranked up. Okay.
You're alert. I can get out of this.
Get out of what? That's weird. Never noticed that before. This is like my 18th time playing through. I never noticed the way them crates are stacked up over there. Almost like stairs leading up to there. Could there be a goodie up there?
Haven't noticed.
Others? Huh. Never been up here before. Oh, wow. Never been up on this part of the map before. Wonder where it goes. Where does it go? Where does it go now? Huh. Okay. I've done this many times, but I've never been to that other place.
Almost to the heart.
Fellow back.
This is how machines are made. Woven out of light. There are signals coming all over the place.
There's another. Nope. I'll run around and looking for supply crate with a purple flag on it.
machines. This will help me overwrite them.
No, I don't want to help them out. Let them help themselves. They'll feel better about it in the morning. Well, what if they die? Well, sad day for them.
That's not... That sets in quicker than frost.
That's strange. It's not letting me zoom all the way in on the map. Well, until next time.